everyone. So today I'm joined by Simon Hocquard, the Director General of CANSO. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Very welcome. Good morning.
So do you mind just telling our audience a bit about your role and what your role means for CANSO?
So I'm the Director General of CANSO, and CANSO is the Air Traffic Management Association globally. So we cover around about 90% of the world's airspace of air navigation service providers. So that's a big part of our membership. But also the other side of our membership is all the suppliers to those air navigation service providers. So whether that's data analytics all the way through to radar manufacturers. It's a very, very broad membership. And my role as Director General is to guide and steer the association in the world of air traffic around the world.
So are there any new developments and projects happening at CANSO that you could tell us about?
Quite a few. We've got a few things going on at the moment. So I'll probably start with looking towards the future. So air traffic and airspace is becoming a finite resource, actually. So we really need to, as an industry, we really need to get a clear picture about what the future of airspace could and should look like. So we called together something called the CATS Global Council, it's the Complete Air Traffic System Global Council, and we're the facilitators of that for the whole of the aviation industry. ACI World is also a member of the Global Council, as an example. We've got over 70 different leaders and organisations from all walks of aviation life. And what we've done is we created a vision of what the airspace will look like in 2045. We created a roadmap to the big, chunky, big steps that we need to get there. And now we're into the really difficult phase where we're doing all the work programs and plans for the implementation to get to 2045. So that's a really big thing that we're doing as part of CANSO. Second thing, sustainability. Now, sustainability is a popular and necessarily popular subject within our industry. We all want aviation to be successful, therefore it has to be sustainable. And as CANSO, we've developed something called Green ATM, which is the world first accreditation scheme for air navigation service providers that measures all the things that they do in terms of sustainability, whether that's how they manage their airspace, to how they manage their water, to their power, and so on. So, and we've given our first accreditation to SkyGuide, our Swiss ANSP, early on this year. So that's a brand new thing off the deck. So they're the two big things at the moment.
Yeah, thank you for that. So have you noticed any changes in air movement recently?
Yes, it's returning. So if I sort of look over the world, since obviously the pandemic was huge changes in traffic and significant drop off. It never stopped though entirely. Whilst passenger traffic, and that's where the difference between airports and air traffic, passenger traffic dropped to virtually nothing. Cargo was still very strong, as an example. So there was still aircraft flying. Europe is pretty much returned to pre-pandemic levels. I think it was last week we had a busier day than our busiest day in pre-pandemic in Europe. So it's really coming back. The rest of the world is slightly different. Africa is around about 75% and it's creeping up. Now China is back online. Asia Pacific is starting to return to pre-pandemic levels. South America similarly is getting stronger. North America actually has always been strong throughout the entire past few years. So and it feels like people want to fly. There's still that demand and that need for people to want to fly. So good news for the industry, but it creates some challenges as well.
So my next question is, you recently awarded Aeropath Limited of Airways International for the Air Flight Advisor Tool. When giving out these types of awards, what do you look for and why is advancing technology so important for air operations?
So awards in our industry are always quite important. We do a number of assessments when we're looking at how to do awards. With safety, it's all about improving safety, and it's tangible improvements in safety, so it has to be evidence, number one. Number two, we're looking for innovation. So, what's new? Is it something that anybody else has ever done before? If it's new and it really works, then that's something that we should be celebrating. And in terms of this particular development, was it actually, whilst all the components weren't necessarily brand new, bringing them all together for the first time to create that safety picture environment, in and around airports, in less controlled or in non-controlled airspace, actually, was a really, really important step. So in order to recognise innovation, in order to be able to award somebody for their great big thinking, I think is really, really positive. But it also sends the right message. Technology, whilst our industry is very much people orientated, we should never forget people. we do need and require technology, and we do require technological innovation to be able to improve even more as we go through.
Okay, thank you. So you recently signed a memorandum of understanding with ACI World. Would you mind telling us why this partnership is so important and what it sets to achieve, and what aims do you predict happening with the signing of this memorandum?
Okay, so memorandum is called ASE or ACE. It's Airport System Capacity Enhancement Partnership. So I'll start from the partnership end first. Partnerships within our industry are so important. There's no one actor within the whole of the aviation ecosystem that can do things on their own everywhere. You know, we really do need to work together. So that collaboration, cooperation, those types of words, coordination is really, really important. So partnerships are really important. This partnership, I think, is excellent. So this is an ability for ACI, airport expertise, CANSO, ANSP expertise, to actually help airports and surrounding airspace maximize the efficiency, or to at least have a look at them, get invited in by the airport or the airspace operators and say, what could we do better? And as a partnership, we can do that. We can improve help make recommendations to improve their operations. That's got to be the right thing to do. And if we can do that all over the world, fantastic. That helps airports, helps ANSPs.
So I think you've answered my next question, is why is partnership so crucial for air organisations? But I guess I'll switch the question slightly and ask, why is it difficult to secure partnerships?
No, I mean, partnerships are, I suppose it's a clue in the definition of partnership. It's an equal partnership.
Yeah.
You know, so, and there's lots of subjects you can have an equal partnership. The difficulty might come when there's a bigger portion for one particular. That's no longer a partnership. That could be an agreement.
Yeah.
So that partnership is all about that joint 50-50 split, about doing the right thing together with equal benefits to both, or actually more importantly, a wider benefit to the wider industry. That's the strength of partnerships.
So my final question to you is, what is keeping you up at night?
More than one thing is keeping me up at night at the moment. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Everybody's returning to travel, and I think so. You know, I need to have 10 of me all over the world, and so being in all the different places at all times is quite a challenge. So that's more of a personal concern, I suppose. More of an industry. What keeps me awake at night? Sustainability. All of us that are part of this industry need aviation to be sustainable. If it's not sustainable, none of us, we cease to exist. You know, our role in society cease to exist. And I do think aviation has a powerfully strong role in economies and societies all over the world, but we do need to make it sustainable. And we really do need to get on with that as fast as possible in order to be able to protect our industry.
Passionate words. Thank you so much.
Very good.